Hey friends, here I am on a different site doing a fence job. We're ripping down some fence, as you see behind me. Put some other up. This is kind of fun. Right now I'm sitting in the shade. Now I just thought I'd make a quick thing because I've got a gap. Everyone's away. I have been listening to the radio for the last day and a half or thereabouts, unfortunately, and it's fucking awful, man. Really, the fear porn they are driving home is just plenty of drug pushing. You know, there's all this, got a sore throat, got a this, that, and the rest. Hay fever, this, and plenty of other shit that they're pushing at you. But even then, like the programming behind the programming, they'll give you a little bit of news, and then, oh, and by the way, the BG, Robbie Gibb, or Barry, or Harry, or whichever one is meant to be around, gets some kind of knighthood from thing, and then immediately they play you a really cool song by the Bee Gees, and you go, oh, well, I'm connecting, like, you know, two things together subconsciously, aren't I? Oh yeah, Bee Gees, the king, and all. I mean, the queen, whatever Charles is. So, or purports to be Charles, whatever he purports to be. So yeah, I just find it quite sickening. I mean, you know, enlightening and stuff like that. But for folks, they don't realize that 20, 30 years of this kind of same stuff, they really are getting you to think the way that they want you to think. I mean, it's interesting because I first worked on a building site in 1988 in Bournemouth of England, and I haven't done a lot in between of that, but that's another story. But you know, then the guys were more worried about black people, and you know, then it became like about brown people, Bangladeshis or Pakistanis or things like that, and then it became about, well, of course it had been the Irish before, you know, the IRA and all that, and then it was, and the Germans, of course, always the Germans, and the French, and then it's like the Hungarians or the Polish or the, you know, Eastern, more European kind of guys. And now it's Muslims, you know, and you hear it when you're around kind of regular folks, you know, in the fear and the kind of, you know, I don't want to talk about it, but you're able to pry stuff out of people, you know, if you know what you're looking for. And gosh, yeah, I find it quite disappointing or disheartening and disappointing, because it's like, wow, are we not going to learn, you know? Always wondered as a child, how did they get the Germans to be so anti-Jewish? You know, and of course it's all propaganda. I see it in the South African white community and the South African black community, you know. I met a guy the other day at Hyde Park he heard that I'd been in the Angolan War. So he comes at me like, oh, you thought we were, you know, you guys were coming to overthrow our country. And I'm like, no, we weren't. That's not what we were being sold. We were being sold that the communists, the Rooi Gevaar, as they called it, the Red Danger, was going to come and overrun us. And that was the big, you know, that was drummed into us in the military training. Big time. So completely different propaganda, and that's how it plays, my friends. You being played one against the other, that's for sure. And I saw this at Hyde Park, you know, people are still buying into all their dialectic shit. It's hard not to. I mean, admittedly, it's very hard not to, but because we've been programmed since they sent us to school, or even before now with the TV. But before when we went to school, they put us into little teams and groups and gangs. And then as we grew up, they taught us to fear other things, you know, other than losing to another team. So it works. Anyway, I won't blabber on. I've had a super day, and it's beautiful weather we're having at the moment. I hope you're getting out and enjoying some of the sunshine, because it's barefoot all the way. Not all the way, I'm just on a break right now. So, and I've actually got a blister on my foot, which is related to a distiller issue, which I won't go into. It's a schoolboy error. Don't put boiling hot water into a glass carafe, because it's gonna pop. Heh. Anyway, have a super day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.